Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. And let's get started.
For DIY number 1, I'm going to begin with one of these decor pieces from the Dollar Tree that says Boo. And I'm going to go in with some Waverly chalk piece in the color ink. And then I'm going to use some Waverly chalk pen in the color plaster to do a little bit of dry brushing on it. And I'm just going to go and do the whole thing thoroughly, front side, back side, all of it. And this will be an embellishment for my project. Now here is my project. I'm taking 2 of these Dollar Tree mirrors and I'm going to go ahead and take it apart, and I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol to clean off the mirror itself. And just be careful with this if you're going to do this, because these mirrors are so thin. Okay, so now here I am unboxing a light pad that was sent to me. And I was so happy to receive it because it's a nice size. I do have a smaller one that I use for weeding, but this one here is larger. It's 13 inches by 16.5 or so. And it has a tilt stand on the back that you can adjust to 6 different positions according to whatever you want to use it for. It brings a pack of illustrations if you want to use it for some tracing. You can also use it for diamond painting, but of course I'm going to use it for weeding vinyl. So go ahead and open it up, and it's really nice. Here's the instructions, and it's got this film, and what I like about it is this whole screen is anti-glare. That's a plus, and it's rechargeable. Here's the adjustable stand on the back, and it's non-skid. And here I'm just charging it up because you can charge it and then use it without the cord, and I really love that part. And it also has 6 different levels of dimming and 3 different color temps on the light also. And here is the piece of vinyl that I cut with my Cricut, and here I'm just removing the excess vinyl on the perimeter of this picture. And I'm going to place this up on the light pad, and it's got a magnetic clip that you can have your project held with. And I'm going to use my weeding tool and just start weeding this. And look at this. This is such a big help for me, because you know I'm not a spring chicken anymore. And this helped me a lot, so I can easily see where all the cut lines are, and I could just go to town and just weed this beautifully. And I'll include all the information for this light pad in my description box below for you guys, but this works great. And I chose this very detailed project to put it to the test and see how well it works, and I really did like it. So here is the little doggy that I cut. Look at that. And also the little kitty. Okay, so here are my mirrors, nice and clean, and I'm just going to place these vinyls on the mirror, trying to center it as best I can, and then removing the transfer tape. And if you guys are going to do something like this with the Dollar Tree mirrors, just be careful, because I did crack my poor doggy one, as you can see here, just by removing that transfer tape. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I'm getting my gloves on. I'm using some etching cream by Armour, and I'm going to go to town and cover both of these mirrors with this etching cream and using just a brush, paintbrush. So they're going to look like this here, and I'm going to allow these to sit for about 5 to 10 minutes or so. You really don't have to let it sit too much longer. Once 5 minutes or so is up, it's going to etch what it's going to etch. So here is my little kitty cat, and here I'm using my heat gun to help dry the water off, and also to soften the vinyl that I'm going to remove. This vinyl is not going to stay. It's already served its purpose. It's basically a stencil. Now you can use stencil vinyl, of course, but I didn't have any, so just regular vinyl worked just fine. It's a removable one, so it worked just fine. And now I'm just removing all the vinyl off my mirror to reveal the beautiful pattern. Oh my goodness, this turned out so cute. And as you can see, there's little blotches here and there, and you can actually go back and add more etching cream if you want to try some more. But I kind of like this look. It looks very Halloweenish and spooky. So here I'm just taking some rubbing alcohol and making sure that all the etching cream is off. Make sure there's nothing crusty on there, because if you leave it on too long, then a little bit of crust can form on the vinyl. And I went ahead and glued these mirrors onto their backings, because like I said, these mirrors are pretty thin. And here's how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. This video is a part of a Halloween DIY collab with my sweet friend Indiana Jones. And if you don't know her, you guys need to check her out. She does some fantastic DIYs. She loves Halloween like I do. And she even did Summerween back in June. I've never done that before. That sounds like a lot of fun. So if you're done watching my video today, please head over to my description box. Click the link to her channel that's on there and watch her video, and let's enjoy what she made today. She's so talented. And a haunting we will go. For DIY number 2, I'm going to take one of these wall shelves from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use everything that's included, including the string and the ring. And I'm going to go in with the Waverly chalk pen in the color ink. And now I'm going to dry brush with the color plaster from Waverly. And I'm just going to make sure to cover everything because I will be using this as a shelf. So I want to make sure that both sides are nice and cohesive. And we'll set this aside, allow it to dry. In the meantime, we had a storm come through, as we do every day in the summer, and a big branch fell off our tree. And so my husband cut these logs for me, and I went in with this white spray paint. And now I'm going to go in with this Waverly chalk pen in the color ink, and I'm going to paint on their little faces. I'm just doing dots, like huge dots, and you can do whatever you want as far as pattern for their faces. I just wanted to keep it simple. And I think this just looks super cute, like little haunted logs. Look how cute. Made them a little bit different. Now I'm going to go in with some of this Elmer's wood glue and some hot glue, and I'm going to adhere them on this shelf. So I'm first going to do a nice round of the wood glue and a good dollop or dab of the hot glue for immediate hold. And once it's dry and cured, then I go underneath and I'll use those little screws that I have on the left side, and I'll secure them on the underneath. And I did that off camera. And here's how they look with a little bow on the mama's head and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 3, I'm taking this wood plaque from the Dollar Tree. It looks like a sign, and I'm going to go in with the Waverly chalk paint in the color ink. And now again, I'm going to go in with the Waverly paint color plaster, and I'm going to dry brush, and I'm going to go in the direction of the wood grain. So on this particular plaque, the wood grain was vertical, so that's how I'm going to dry brush. So I'll go ahead and do both sides, front and back, give it a nice cohesive look. And I do a little bit thicker on the front side just because I think it just gives it that little bit more eerie spookiness, but fun. So now here I didn't need for it to dry too much because it was a dry brushing, and I'm adding a vinyl that says "Boo Y'all." And I know what you're thinking, why are you putting black vinyl on this black painted sign? But there's a method to my madness. So now I'm going to go in with this Waverly chalk pen in the color plaster again, but this time I'm just going to go real thick on the words, and I'm going to allow this to dry completely. But first I'm going to take my weeding tool and I'm going to remove the vinyl letters before it dries. That way the dry brushing underneath is revealed with the letters, and I just love this kind of look. I think this looks so nice, and the letters just pop. So just be careful because you have to definitely do this before the paint dries, or some of the paint might peel off with the letters, so just be careful. And of course, with any of these vinyl projects, you can use stickers or even stencils from the Dollar Tree. And now with all the plastic removed, I can dry this a little bit better with my heat gun. And now I'm going to take one of these cupcake wrappers from the Dollar Tree, and they are pretty good quality. They are a thick paper, almost like a plastic, but it's paper. And I'm going to snip off the two ends that you use to assemble this together. And now I'm just going to take some hot glue and I'm going to adhere it to the very top of the sign. It just gives it a really pretty decor to it. Very Halloween vibe with those spider webs. Looks super cute. Now I'm taking some black jute twine that I had in my stash, and I'm taking a little bit of hot glue to make a makeshift needle on the end. That way it's easy to poke through the hole on the plaque. And so I'll create a nice knot to keep it in place. And I'm going to snip off what I feel I need and do the same thing to the other side. Add a little dab of glue and poke the piece of jute twine through the hole and putting the knot in the front. I think the knots on the front are a better look than putting the knots on the back. I think it just looks more decorative. Now here I'm taking 2 of these spooky hands. They are glow in the dark. And I'm going to take my EMT shears and snip off the ends. I'm not going to need them. I'm just going to adhere them with some hot glue right in these spots. So I'll press it down and I'll use some craft clips to keep them in place. That way they're nice and tight. And I'll do the same thing to the other side. Use another craft clip. And now I'll go in with some of this die cut ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And these are just little spiders. And I'll just snip off what I feel I'm going to use, maybe 3 or so. And I'm just going to embellish this sign with some of those little spiders. I'll add one to the back of this hand, and I'll add one to the fingers on this hand, like a ring. And then I'll add one more close to where the apostrophe was. But first I'm going to use my finger sander now that this paint is nice and dry, and I'm just going to soften all the edges of this plaster paint. That way everything kind of flows. And look how cute. Now it looks pretty beat up and worn. Now I'm taking the last little spider and placing it where the apostrophe is, right here. Super cute. And now I'm going to take one of these trays from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take a variety of cups and bowls from the party section of the Dollar Tree. Anything that's clear, like these little bowls here, and some of these bigger bowls here. I'll take 3 of these. They're just a little bit larger than the first ones. And then for the back, I'll use some of these glasses. They're the wine glasses. And I'll place these on the back. And I'll just stand them up, because I'm going to use the curved parts of all these pieces. So here I'm going to add the little bottoms to it, like this. Place everything where I want it. Now I'm going to take some of this creepy cloth, this cream colored creepy cloth, and I'm going to snip off enough to cover all these cups and bowls. Not too thick, just a nice thin coat. And I'll just place one on each one until they look like this. And now I'm just going to take some of this Jot glue, white glue from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to pour out a nice glob of it. And I'm going to add 2 parts water to this 1 part of glue. And I'm creating a paper mache type of mixture. Who remembers paper mache? So now I'm going to take each of these pieces of creepy cloth and dunk them in this paper mache mixture and make sure they're all nice and coated. And then I'm going to place it on my cups and bowls. And I'll do this to every single one of them until they look like this. And I'll give you a quick peek of the front view, how it's going to look in the front. Now here they are nice and dry. They are all nice and hard and stiff. Perfect. I don't like the way the shininess of the cup shows, so I'm going to go in with some of this white paint, real light coating of it, just to get rid of the shininess. And now I'm just going to go in with some more of this creepy cloth for each of my cups. And I'm going to add some little faces with these decals and some LED tea lights. And this is how they look, a fun family project, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 4, I'm going to use one of these glass mason jars from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to use a few of these ping pong ball eyeballs. And I'm just going to add some of this orange liquid hand soap from the Dollar Tree and some of this clear soap as well. And just fill it all the way up. And now I'm going to take this pump that I got from Amazon that fits on these jars perfectly, and I just embellish with some bows, labels, and creepy hands. And here's how it looks, and a closer look at the final reveal. For DIY number 5, I'm going to take 5 of these high cloche domes from the Dollar Tree. 2 are the taller ones, the middle one is the shorter one. Remove all these labels, and these I'm just going to go simply with some of these decals with these cute bats. I never thought I would say such a thing. But these cute bats on all of these domes, just right on top, right on front. The smaller dome, I'll use the larger bats, and the taller domes, I'll use the smaller bats, just to make it a little bit different. And now I'm just going to go in with some of these fairy lights from the Dollar Tree, and here's how they look, and a closer look at the final reveal. If you're on Instagram, I invite you to follow me. This is my QR code. Here's my QR code for my TikTok. Here is my Pinterest and all my boards and pins. And I have everything separated by holidays, themes, what have you. So it's easy to find everything. I'm really trying to grow my Instagram, my TikTok, and my Pinterest. So if you feel so inclined to join in and follow me on any of these, I would greatly appreciate it. And it's a fantastic way for you to help support me without costing you any money at all. And I also have a Facebook group called Family and Budget Friendly Crafting World, and I invite you to come out and join us out there as well. And now we're at the final reveal. Let me know what you guys think. While I take a moment and thank the company Tohito for sending me this light pad, I really did enjoy using it. It was a big help. I was able to weed all my projects very efficiently, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'll have all their links to their Amazon store in my description box below if you guys are interested in checking them out. And I also want to thank Annie from Indie Annie Jones for collaborating with me in this Haunting We Will Go collaboration. I had a lot of fun creating for it, so please be sure when you're done watching this video to head on over to her channel and watch her video that she's putting out today. I'll have that link in my description box as well. And enjoy her channel, give her a subscribe. She's so talented. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And until my next video, stay healthy, safe, and strong, and have a great day. Bye-bye.